Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is going to be the first video that I'm actually shooting in 2018 for my 2018 starts. Started in 2017. A lot of success, a lot of stuff looks really good. A lot of my clones are rooting. A lot of them are actually in soil. Some of them are in soil right now. Canopies are looking really good on a lot of my plants. Some are flowering, so I'll show you some of that as well. Um, And then a lessons learned from overwintering. So I'll show you that down in the garage after I show you all the stuff upstairs. I got a whole bunch of stuff over there too. All right, so I got some new starts to the mix that you've seen before. So the progress on like the aleppo, and I just noticed that in the middle on the top there is a flower. See if it'll focus. There it is. A couple of them in there I got to cut off. So I'm gonna top this one. It's really short to be flowering. These aleppos like to flower. Same thing with the sugar rush peach from what I'm finding. So my sugar rush peach has tons of flowers too. All of my sugar rush peach do. Um, so I'll show you the MA Vortex and what I've been trying to do with it to promote some branching. I got two branches starting there in the center. I got a third right there. This thing will focus, hold on. Got a third right there, a fourth right there, a fifth right there, and then there's more nodes down the stem that could potentially leaf out also. So in the beginning, this thing didn't want to, it just wanted to go straight up. And I cut it, and it still wanted to go straight up, and I cut it again, and now it's finally starting to branch out laterally. And I know the thing is with branching out is like if you have a lot of nodes, say like underneath this leaf, they never will because the sun from the window is being shaded by this leaf, and the light from this bulb is being shaded by this leaf. So if there are any nodes under here, they won't branch out. So what you do is, if you want something to branch out, top first, and then make sure that that node is or nodes are exposed to as much sun as power, as much light as possible. If you're using lights, otherwise they'll just stay tucked in under, and they'll never grow. So like this one here, I just removed some larger leaves today that were coming over and shading this. I need this thing to branch out more because this is one of my fatalii gourmet jigsaw. I only have two of them. So I want to make sure I get as many peppers as possible from these things. And I won't if there's only like, 3 branches on the whole plant. So with developing a canopy, just make sure, top your plant. When it's topped, then you could expose as many of the nodes that you want to grow out laterally to as much lighter sun as you can. And make sure that you have plenty of water and nutrients for the plant as well, or else you obviously won't grow it. So there's that. With that, I have some clones that are coming up. So I have this here. Be very careful when putting these back in the cups because these roots will break off. They'll just break off, and you'll be left with with no roots. They break off really easy when you're cloning. So that's my lemon drop. The other one, this one in the same cup, that's Bohemian goat. The other 3 Bohemians are here, there, and there. In the middle is Apocalypse Scorpion, Bolivian Rainbow, and a pepper that I saved from my 2 1.5-year-old twin girls that came in and took some plants, took some cups, and destroyed a lot of stuff. So this one I saved. So I'm pretty excited to see what this is. I don't have a name for it, so I'll find out soon. This I got for Christmas from my mom, so thank you, Mom, for this. Arrow Garden by Miracle Grow. So it has pump that turns on every 15 minutes, and I think off every 15 minutes. The whole thing for the light is on 15.5 hours a day with LED lights. And this is adjustable up and down. Not that wide. You can't grow a lot of stuff, but this is really cool for propagation. Or even starting plants. So some of my other stuff, some of my pepper plants look really dry. I'm going to turn these lights off here real soon because these need to dry, or these need to cool off. And sleep for the night. I have a light on just for the video. And I got to water them before I leave the room and leave them here overnight. Still a few white flies, man. So I sprayed for white flies a couple weeks back, and I haven't really seen many, but there's a couple here and there. I might need to spray again in another week or so to get these taken care of. So these plants did not look like this 2 hours ago. None of them did, because I checked in this room multiple times a day. So it'll happen quick when your plants wither. Just give them water, and then they'll bounce right back up. So they'll look like this all the time, and they'll bounce right back up. And if they can't take this, then they're not going to be ready here for the Arizona summer, because it's coming. It's coming for you guys. This is another fish pepper. Those are the leaves. Nice and bushy. Another of the flowering sugar rush peach there, as you can see. So only that one has flowers. Nothing else, like none of the plants like have flowers except for sugar rush peach. Scotch bonnet freeport orange. This one's really nice and full canopy. This is my big caramel mama. Canopy's nice and full on this one too. I don't want to show you everything, but a lot of good stuff to show, like that one down there. The stick. This is one of my clones that rooted about a week ago. I got another one popping up there. Got one popping up there. My BTR Reaper Scorpion clones are what those are. So on my beneficial attractor, beneficial bug attractors here, and then these are tomatillos and eggplants. But the beneficial flowers, along with that red Reuben basil on the other side of the room, are going to attract the lady beetles, the butterflies, the pollinators for these guys, because these are going to need pollinators. They're going to attract bees, parasitic wasps, a lot of good stuff that hopefully will lessen my need for any kind of spraying, is what I'm hoping for. And also to bring better pollination. So if I get 10% more fruit, 15% more fruit from growing some flowers that actually look nice, it's worth it for me. So that's what I'm doing there. That's it for this room. I got some more mango seeds that I'm growing right now. They're in the paper towel method lunch bags. So that is it for up here. Let me show you what I'm doing with the overwintering downstairs. But before that, just to recap, developing a canopy. Top, once you get enough nodes. So let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, and then you top it. Maybe 6 or 7 if you want to let it go that high, then you top it. And then any of the nodes that you want to branch, make sure that they have ample light. So just sacrifice some leaves, take some leaves off. Not too many, because you still need the photosynthesis for your plant, but take off as many leaves to open up the canopy as you can. Once the canopy is open, make sure you have water, obviously a good environment, good heat, cool enough for your plants at night when they're going through that stage of the day. Making sure you have good nutrients, and you'll get a lot of lateral branching. Sometimes you might need to top twice, like with this one here. Okay, I'm feeding again with 1 teaspoon per gallon, General Hydroponics Flora series with just tap water. I'm not adding any added calcium because I'm not really growing peppers right now, other than the sugar rush peach, which are like forcing me to. And just go from there. So give me a sec, let me show you downstairs. So these are the overwinters. Really successful. The leaves look a little crinkly on actually a lot of them. I think it's because of the light change from outside to inside. I read up a lot about it. They're still growing, and they're just real crinkly, as you can see. So compared to the fish peppers that you saw upstairs, I don't have another habanero to show you upstairs for that one, but BTR scorpion, BTR reaper scorpion actually, crinkly, and then my Bohemian goat. This was the mother for the clones that you saw, and for the Bohemian goat, and the arrow garden, and then that cup up by the window, and then these are the BTR scorpions that you saw in the corner under the T5. There were several in the cup. This was the mother for the BTR. And then I believe one of these lemon drops is the mother for the lemon drop that you saw rooted inside. So that's a lemon drop there, and this is a lemon drop here. So 1, 2 lemon drops. I labeled all those. These are some pequin chilies, I believe, and this is flowering a lot. This one I let keep one of the fruits on and brought it in from outside when it already had a fruit, and it just looked worse and worse and worse. So I just took the fruit off today, so it wasn't really starting to shrivel up. And I don't know, I'm gonna let it. I'll see what it does, but I think the stress of bringing it from outside to inside, the light change, the temperature change, and the fact that it was through all that process, it was trying to keep fruit alive on such a small plant, was just too much for it. So it started looking worse and worse. And there's still flowers, but I might pick them off because it needs to recover, not try to fruit all over again. Just pick those off. I got some of my tomatoes here. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 purple bumblebee tomatoes. Be starting, and there's an Anaheim overwinter Anaheim chili. Other than that, really, I mean, everything else is turmeric root. Those 4 haven't come up yet. A date palm and 4 ground cherries. 1, 2, 3, and 4 ground cherries that I'm growing. So the thing that I learned was when you overwinter plants and you cut the root ball out, however big you want to cut it. What I did was I tried to save my mycorrhizal fungi in the soil and keep it all intact, and not like use my hose to get all the soil off the roots and then dip those in neem oil with water. I didn't do that. What I did was I tried to keep the root ball as intact as possible, and then use neem on just the top, on the top and bottom of the leaves and stems and all that, and then just repot it. And I brought aphids that I had to fight so far 3 times in a row. So I think next year, if I do it, which I will overwinter next year, what I'm going to do is take the roots, 6 inches around the root ball, just like last time, and go down about 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches down, and then pull the whole thing up. But then this time I'm going to use a hose and knock all of, all the mycorrhizal fungi, all that stuff, all the bacteria, everything off the roots, neem it, and then insecticide soap applied per instructions, maybe slightly diluted, and then dip the plants, swish them around in the water, maybe in like a 5-gallon bucket or something, and then make sure that I kill all the larvae and eggs from anything. And then once I'm sure of that, then I'll plant it and bring it indoors for overwintering. I don't want to bring any more aphids that I have to fight throughout the winter and spend hours. So far, it's been like an hour, 20 minutes per each time, 20 to 30 minutes per each time. So maybe an hour and a half fighting aphids that I could have spent that hour and a half studying or something instead. So that's what I learned with overwintering. Anything like when I cut them, I thought of which branches I wanted to possibly propagate. Cut those first. I had a cup of water outside when I was overwintering these, and I put the branches automatically in water. And then I overwintered as normal. And when I got to the other ones, they were still alive, still in water. Then I was able to put those in a cloner or a cup. The way I started was with a cup, until they rooted. So that's kind of how I got so many clones from this BTR scorpion for free, and from the Bohemian goat for free. Cool. So that's basically the video. Developing canopies right now. at this stage in January, developing canopies, and just making sure that these overwinters don't look worse, but they're getting better. They are growing right now, so just making sure that they're starting to look better and better and better as time progresses. Okay, if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely let me know, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching.